Salute to God, the Most High, the Creator of everything. Salute to all my day one. Salute to the new subscribers. I got to change this up a little bit because I need a lot of time. Y'all are going to see that the platform is starting to change and go in a different direction because, I have time now to make the necessary modifications I need to make. All right. Trolls, only God and your mama can love you. You know what I'm saying? And one time, that's for everybody. Don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, right here is where you want to be because we are going to follow some things that mainstream media won't talk about. We're going to drill it home. Two salutes to the God. I want to give a special shout out to my big brother C Dub. You know what I'm saying? For coming up with these amazing designs for our merchandise. All right. Today I'm rocking another new t-shirt, you know what I'm saying, which is basically for the Uncut squad. Anyone who subscribed to me. It's a diamond, uncut and unstoppable. Same design in the back. If you can see past the Simpson here. All right. And all this stuff is available. We could talk about shipping and handling. Hey, we doing business. Also, I'm gonna start putting my Cash App out here because y'all know I'm out of work. I want to upgrade all of my equipment. So I'm asking those who really support me, who rock with me, to help me. Trust me, it'd be a great change. It'd be a great change. So, Miss $ Mr. Uncut Consciousness on Cash App. $, Mr. Uncut Consciousness. I'll also put it on the screen. All right, here we go. I'm kind of appalled, so to speak, because mainstream media has an agenda. There's an agenda here with this Karmelo Anthony case to start a race war. I can't remember who the guy's name is, Jake something, the January 6th, who just tried to have a rally with Austin Metcalf's picture on it. This guy is also taking part in this. America is taking part in this. And I know that I have good, genuine, patriotic, God-fearing, loving people who follow me on this platform. So we're not going to fall into that. Now, if you're an independent viewer, you're just not coming around and you don't quite know how we vibe, that's how we vibe. We family around here. And we're going to stand on the truth and we're going to keep God first. So right here, I want y'all to hear what I think her name is Deidre K. I know her from the African diaspora with Philip Scott. And congratulations on her getting her own podcast. See, won't God do it? Won't God do it? She started out with Philip Scott. Look at her now. Won't God do it? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking for the same help. I've put in the time. I've put in the work. Why go out there and work for someone else when God has already shown me my calling, my purpose? So I'm just asking my subscribers, hit that Cash App. Please hit that Cash App. All right. Let's listen to what she says about this because there's something going on in America that racist white America, not my good white brothers and sisters. I'm addressing the racist YT Americans, not my good God-fearing conscious white brothers and sisters. There's a difference. There's a difference. Okay? There's a difference. So I'm addressing that demographic of people. There's something that they don't want us to figure out and know. Now, why are they steady exploiting this Karmelo Anthony case and making it a race war when 3 years ago, Casey Allen unalived Joe Ramirez at Belton High School, which is also in Texas, but yet no one's publicizing this case. They're like 5-6 days into the trial right now, and you can't find anything on mainstream media about it. You know why? Because it wasn't enough to spark the propaganda that they needed. But the Karmelo Anthony case was because this world has always somehow just saw black and white. Black and white. So why aren't we publicizing this Casey Allison case? Because there's so many comparisons and similarities to the Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf case. Both weapons, One had a weapon in school, one had a weapon at a community center that was basically facilitated by a school, put together by a school, somewhat still deemed school grounds. Okay? Both are claiming self-defense. Both, hey, my name is Chucky, wanna play? Somebody. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yet one is black. The one who unalived brother Austin Metcalf happens to be black. And the one who unalived the Spanish brother, Joe Ramirez, who was said to have been a bully as well, was a white guy, Cason Allison. Why would I bring that up? Okay, I'm gonna let her speak first, and I want to make my point. Let's go.
Get into it for the sake of time. K-Mac, what's going on with you? Okay, so as you guys may or may not know about the incident that happened on April 2nd in Frisco, Texas, where 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony is accused of shanking, for lack of better words, Austin Metcalf at a track meet where Karmelo is citing self-defense. Of course, in Texas, there's standing ground laws where you are able to defend yourself, by any means necessary for the most part, right? If you feel like you're in danger. Well, as I was looking at the news today, I saw that Daniel Penny's lawyer, Thomas Kenneth, made a statement in regards to what is going on with Karmelo Anthony. Of course, you guys know that his client, or his former client, I should say, Daniel Penny, who at the time was 24 years old, choked to death Jordan Neely, 30 years old, on the New York subway in 2023. Of course, it was a big to-do on the media, social media, and a whole host of other things, because many were saying that Daniel Penny was not in danger. He took it upon himself to intervene, if you will. Jordan was not touching anybody. He was making verbal threats, but did not touch anybody. But nevertheless, he was choked to death. Of course, attorney Kenneth was able to get his client off on self-defense. But in the meantime, before the trial, Daniel Penny raised, I think it was over $3 million on Give, Send, Go, the same platform that Karmelo Anthony's family is raising money to help defend him when a trial comes up. Of course, originally his bail was $1 million and was lowered down to $250,000. He is out on bail.
Let's stop right there. There's another similarity. Everyone got mad when Judge Angie, let me get her name right. Was it Angela Taylor? Tucker? Something like that? Tucker, I believe. When she dropped Carmelo's bond down to $250,000. But no one was upset at the judge who dropped Cason Allison's bond down from $1 million to $175,000, which is extremely lower and way more moderate than what we saw with Karmelo. So there's another similarity right there. Now, my problem is this. The whole world, not the whole world, but those racist people I was talking about, those race soldiers, for a better choice of words, supported Daniel Penny and what he did because he choked out a black man who had an extensive record. He raised $3.3 million on the same platform that Karmelo was using. Why am I bringing this up? How much money has Cason Allison raised? Why aren't they showing that? And if Daniel Penny's attorney can agree with Karmelo and a majority of the race soldiers supported Daniel Penny, then how are y'all against Karmelo? How are y'all not calling it self-defense? Cason Allison, at first, I did think that this was self-defense, but no way. No way. No way. No way. This brother put himself there. He walked in the restroom with the I heard her say shank. Can we say shank? With the shank. With the jugum jugum. You know, we gonna call it the jugum jugum. Y'all know we different around here. You know what I'm saying? I like to add a little comedy. You know what I'm saying? So this brother agreed to go in the bathroom. They've got video of Jose Ramirez and his friend walking into the school bathroom first, and then Cason Allison and his buddy, I guess was supposed to have his back at the time, walking into the bathroom next. A school restroom with the jugum jugum, y'all. So this guy knew what he was going to do. Karmelo didn't know what was going to happen to him that day. Sure, he was wrong for having whatever he had, you know what I'm saying, at this event. I'm not arguing that. But no one would have ever known that brother had it if no one had pushed that brother to defend himself. Now, let's finish talking here.
And the family has since relocated to an undisclosed location due to a lot of safety issues and things like that. Okay. So, per the U.S. Sun, Mr. Kiddiff, I should say Attorney Kiddiff, compared the hateful rhetoric in Anthony's case to that of his former client, Daniel Penny, from the public and elected officials. He says, especially with the elected officials, they are supposed to go by the Constitution, right? You are allowed due process and the innocent until proven guilty. But he's saying, just like with my client and Karmelo Anthony, the media, social media are trying to try it all in the media instead of it having its day in court.
And we also saw this with the O.J. Simpson case as well. We also saw this with the O.J. Simpson case as well. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, brothers and sisters, take any side that you want to take. You are more than you are more than entitled to formulate your own opinion. Okay, I'm not here to convince someone, reconvince someone, or reconsider that. No, that's not me. But I'm going to put the information out there. You make of it what you want to make of it. All right. Now, again, if Daniel Penny's attorney is saying the same thing about Karmelo Anthony, not Casey Allison, about Karmelo Anthony, then this attorney saw something to him that would invoke he's going on self-defense. There we go. Self-defense. He saw something with his legal trained eye that invoked his mind to believe that this could have very well been self-defense on Karmelo's end. Now, Spanish America. Y'all mean to tell me y'all gonna let one of y'all people get unalived and y'all ain't gonna get outraged and go after the race soldiers? Not the good white brothers and sisters, the race soldiers. Okay? Why? Because y'all don't want to challenge the lighter side? Huh? Y'all don't want to challenge that? You scared you're gonna get deported or something? Is it that they make all the laws? Because had that been someone who looked like me and someone who looked like Joe Ramirez, oh, just like on social media, y'all to be all calling us out. Just like when the whole deportation thing started, y'all was calling black people out. Y'all wanted our help. Why aren't y'all calling the system out? Why aren't y'all going after the families of Case and Allison? I'm not trying to condone any violence. I'm asking a question. If Karmelo's family cannot sleep in peace, if they have to constantly relocate, you know what I'm saying, to keep a sense of safety, then why isn't the family of Case and Allison feeling the same pressure? Why isn't that judge who lowered his bond feeling the same pressure? Why isn't this story being aired on mainstream media and social media the same exact way that Karmelo's case is? You know why? Because there is no money, no agenda, no propaganda, no nothing behind a white guy killing a Spanish brother. But there's everything to do with us killing a white guy. Sorry, unaliving. YouTube, forgive me, unaliving a white guy. Oh, this story is nobody's business. How many people even heard of the Case and Allison case? And if you heard of it, how deep have you gotten into it to really know the ins and outs? That they were tweeting each other, like basically DMing each other to meet in this bathroom to square up for a fade. But he's arguing self-defense. He's arguing self-defense. Why isn't this story getting more attention than what it is? We're in the 5th, 6th day of this trial, and I can't find it nowhere, not even on court TV, ladies and gentlemen. Not even on court TV. Now, normally mainstream media, when there's a trial going on, they'll have an artist, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in the room who's drawing sketches and pictures of these people and what happened in the courtroom because they don't allow live cameras in there. All right? We haven't even saw that, ladies and gentlemen. Again, how much money has Casey Allison and his family raised? We don't even know that. But we're going after Carmelo's and trying to get his shut down. You know, Austin's family collected on the same thing. What is the difference? The blackness? The blackness? When we all are entitled to due process of the law. A jury of our peers, as America calls it. Now, it doesn't always work out in our favor, but in some instances it has. And in this instance, it very well could with Carmelo. Let's listen to some more.
Okay. So he also said that it is not right. Now, Kenneth supported Anthony's right to self-defense and said that it is his inherent right to do that, as I think it's everybody's inherent right to defend themselves, especially if they feel like they're in danger, right? Now, he's also said that the right to self-defense is inherent, again, and it exists in every state that he's aware of. And he's also said it's been around for a very long time. It's an old law, so it's not anything really new. So he says the defendant wants to pursue self-defense or justification. Yeah, they should have every right to do so as long as the evidence bears it out, right? So as long as the evidence in a court of law and all that supports self-defense, it is his right to use it and to say, hey, that was my justification for unfortunately taking somebody's life. Now, he says in the case against his client, Daniel Penny, his case was high profile media case that got a lot of attention and drew a lot of opinion on social media, just like that of Karmelo Anthony. So again, he says that this case, it deserves respect, right? Let it play out, in the paraphrasing, in the court of law, not the court of public opinion, where it seems like a lot of cases are playing out. Now,
exactly. A lot of cases are playing out, and a lot of cases are never played in. And I'm going to keep bringing up this Casey Allison case. Casey Allison, ladies and gentlemen. Go look it up because they are hiding it for a reason. I can't make this video too long, and I'm going to say to the Anthony family, I believe y'all need to go get this Daniel Penny's attorney. I would definitely retain Daniel Penny's former attorney. If he's already seeing this in the light of what your son is going through, I need you on the team, boss. I need you on the team, boss. I'm pretty sure they can afford them. They were doing good before they even started collecting money, you know, on that website. The dad is a hard worker. It's a successful family. It's a stay-at-home mom. This guy is like a true American dad, Mr. Anthony. He holds it down. I think y'all need to retain this attorney. I think America needs to open our God-fearing eye, take our eyes off of color, start looking at right and wrong how God intended us to do, you know, and call out these bigots, call out the justice system, call out these race soldiers, call out the discrimination, call out the opposition, ladies and gentlemen. Rid the world of the wickedness that it is plagued by. We know that this world is Satan's playground. And we know that the government tap dances on our heads a lot and plays on our intelligence. It's just time to take a stand. It's time to read, react, and recognize, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going on. Pay attention to that case. I haven't even got into Mr. Robert Brooks' case yet. All right. But I'm going to touch on it at some point because we're talking, what, 10 to 18 correctional officers involved in this. You know, none of them looked like me. They were all non-black. But I always like to say race soldiers to separate them from good white America. Okay? Because there's lots of brothers and sisters who don't look like me who support the cause, the same cause I support. So, no, everyone's not racist. Everyone's not biased. Everyone's not prejudiced. Everyone's not blind. Let's see things for what they are. Let's get back to praying, asking for clarity, a clear mind, a sound mind, you know, and let's not let the world take the God out of us. We know right from wrong. We know prejudice and discrimination when we see it. We know an agenda and propaganda when we see it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to put this link in the description box. Y'all let me know what you think. I'm disappointed in Spanish America because y'all aren't standing up for Jose Ramirez. I'm disappointed with the race soldiers of white America because y'all are keeping quiet about this Casey Allison case. Why aren't y'all talking about that? Why? You're all Austin Metcalf this and that, and Jeff Metcalf this and that, and whoever this January 6er was, but you're not talking about the Casey Allison case. Why? Y'all stay tuned. We're going to do some more digging. Thank you for stopping by. Remember to please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. We working now, y'all. I'm going to drop the Cash App on here. Really need that help. Really need that help. I don't ask a lot, but when it's time, it's time. Y'all help me so I can help you and we can help each other. That's $ Mr. Uncut Consciousness. Y'all get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with your higher power. There's only one God, and this world needs him. All right. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, be you, and don't be fooled. Do the research. All right. Self-educate, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, kings and queens. Much love. Ashe.